episode of DDP. This is the Daily Dungeon Podcast, the RuneScape podcast where RuneScapers talk RuneScape. This is Scream Truth, and I have Max Ride here again.
You bet it.
And I have Kars here also.
Hi.
I just want to make a quick note. Once again, we weren't able to get JD or Barracuda X to be here with us. I did my best to contact him and was not able to do so. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right into this episode. Today's update that we saw was the Lodestone network. And we're going to go around and we're going to ask everyone what they kind of think about the new Lodestones in these new areas. So, let's start with you, Carson.
The Lodestones and yours. I'm a little torn on it. I like it because, hey, now I can go pretty much anywhere at the cost of nothing. Those are pesky places like the middle of Kramja and down by Uglug. But
Yeah.
it also is making in my opinion, it's making transportation in the game a little way too easy. It used to be, hey, I have to do this quest to get the Watchtower teleport to go to Yanil. Now it's just like I have to run down there and hit the stone. But
Yeah, however, for some areas, you do still have to do quests in order to access them, like the one in Tirwin.
Yeah, I can't get at it, and you can't do the bandit camp one without old magic or blood magic or whatever it's called, and I can't get the Lunar Isle one. Outside of those three, I'm fine.
Yeah, so anything else to say on that, Curse?
I really like the Karil one though. The
Karil?
Canopus one.
Yeah, Canopus. Yeah, that's probably the most useful thing for actually getting over to that part of RuneScape. Like,
Now I don't need all
reason,
those Slayer rings.
yeah, for some reason, that part of RuneScape was probably the hardest to access. Just, you had to run there.
Yeah, I personally have to agree with that one too. I think out of all of the new areas, that one seems to be the one that's going to benefit me the most. I mean, I really use the fairy rings a lot ever since I got the Tokozol, and there was a fairy ring right next to one of the banks. And I've always been able to, get ready for a task and then just be able to use the CKS fairy ring code and get right south of the actual tower. But with having a teleport to the actual Canopus area, which means you also get a teleport to the bank, kind of. And banks now do heal you, because when you put armor on, it needs to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it'd be a cheap way to get out of a task and go heal yourself quick, grab some food, and get right back into it. So, like, for me, the method I'm doing to kill abyssal demons, it does maybe take 2 trips, or if I'm doing contracts, just contracts, to get defense experience and extra experience after that, it's also extremely useful to just go and pick up more food or another superset or something.
Mhm.
So, however, the one I've used the most today is probably the Uglug one because of the Ascension Dungeon task that I'm actually currently working on right now. And, yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun there. I wonder if you're probably picking up on the audio of that, so I'm going to get rid of that audio.
Indeed.
So anyway, otherwise, I also think that the Tirwin one is really nice. It's not very practical right now because you're not really going anywhere with it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's why in the video I posted earlier
It's coming.
today, I think I made the comment. I wonder if it's going to be up by the entrance to the Elven City. Unfortunately, it's not, but it's actually only like
A hop, skip, and a jump.
you have to go through 2 sets of the dense forest in order to get to it, but otherwise it's not that far away. So, what would you rate this update, you guys?
I personally liked it a lot. I agree with Carson's concern about making the games travel a lot easier, but I appreciate not having to go to my bank and use up spots just for stupid teleports that I use all the time anyway. And hey, I no longer have to go to Port Saradobin and pay 30 coins, even though that's like, what, one drop? So I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It was a good, solid update. It was incredibly average.
I give it a 3 out of 4. I mean, 3 out of 5.
Okay. Alright, so I personally would give this update probably a 7. I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff to it. It really adds to the easy transportation method that really gets rid of the grind of the game, and as we said in the last episode, it's what Jagex is actually shooting for, to get rid of the grind.
Mm-hmm.
And this update was, I think, something that was kind of a pleasant surprise. It wasn't really needed, but
I liked it. And plus, it made the map look a lot more complete for their teleportation network.
hmm And also in the BTS video, they actually said that they were going to be asking players where they would want other lodestones. So this obviously isn't going to be the end of it.
Indeed.
And maybe this will be practical even more when, if they are to actually go ahead and do a world stretch, because I've been hearing more and more that of this rumor that there's going to be a world stretch.
I personally would
The
absolutely
release of-
love that, because you know what? That's not how environments work, RuneScape. You cannot have a desert right next to a lumbridge. Biomes are not that powerful.
Okay, so moving on here, the next segment we're actually going to talk about, this one's a little bit more focused around Max Ride. In last week's episode, we stated that we were going to start a series in regards to Max Ride coming back to the game after around 4 years of not playing, to find out if the game's changed for the better and if this is how he actually wanted it to be. So, now it's been about a week, and we're going to actually go ahead and hear a little bit of Max Ride's thoughts on what he thinks so far.
Well,
So take it away.
to give some background and necessary information, most of my levels are incredibly average. They're nowhere near Sean or Carson's level, obviously, because I haven't played for the last 4 years. So what I'm offering up probably about a mid-level perspective on the things in RuneScape. And let me just say this. After coagulating my thoughts, the update on combat was something fantastic and something that was unbelievably needed. Although what they need to do with it is they need to increase the amount of abilities that are available along with the difficulty of the combat.
Yes, and they're currently gearing towards that right now, with buffs, slowly and surely, you know.
Buffs to the monsters.
hmm
Um,
Like,
Well,
we just saw
yeah,
some
the
recent
monsters
buffs
just got a
to
buff.
creatures like the Calphite King, and
Of course.
Yeah.
The abilities are working in with quests and other things too.
but a slight nitpick thing that I raised previously is I wish you could rearrange the abilities in their selection bar so you could have basic, threshold, and then ultimate, not based on level. It gives me something nice to work with, but it just makes filling out my bars a pain in the butt. Response.
yeah.
Well,
So, what he's talking about is in the 4 tabs for attack, range, mage, and the defense and constitution area, that all of the icons are set in a level order and not from basic to ultimate ability order.
It's just a user interface issue that would be incredibly easy to fix, but it's really kind of annoying. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
they could
And,
they could fix it some. Oh,
I
go ahead.
make it sound like a huge deal, but the fact is there aren't all that many abilities. Uh,
Yeah.
I think what I'll be doing next up is probably a lot of quests, see how the combat evolved, works with the updates, works with the quests. If all the monsters have just gotten piss poor easy, or if they buff the quest monsters, which I personally think they would need to. Any quest you'd recommend me doing that they've released in the past 2 years?
Definitely World Wakes if you have
Uh,
145.
try, try their Gothic Sleeps if you got all the Greek. That's part of it. Isn't that a requirement for World
I don't
Wakes
think
though?
he does.
Or can you do World Wakes without the
Oh,
prerequisites?
Gothic Z's.
Yeah, I thought you could do.
I
Yeah.
also I also recommend trying out Diamond in the Rough and what's that other
Uh,
one called? The Heart Diamond Heart, something like that. Those two desert quests that replace the Prince Ali rescue.
and they're pretty new and they're really nice with the rework.
They're and the quests that I'm picking out are kind of based on, they're doing a little bit of cutscene like stuff to them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's different from how we used to do quests. Uh, Now, World Wakes isn't voice acted, but the Diamond in the Rough one, I believe, is. So you could try that one out.
Awesome.
I
Oh, I definitely try out the Wizard's Tower ones.
Can I go back to his comments on the ability book order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right now, technically, for a player jumping in with most of the prerequisites to the abilities met, having like certain levels, it's going to be a little confusing and out of order because it is intended to like you're starting out at level. What level do you start out now? Level 2, 3 still, right?
No.
Start out.
Because it's 2 levels
Whatever.
added onto
They're
your
looking at it
defense
starting from
and
the
range.
the start of the game, so you're going to get them in order, and you're going to feel more accustomed to them as you go. But it's just something where if you didn't start out like that, you're going to just have to get used to where they're at, and it's not too big of a pain after a while because you'll go through it enough times in setting up all your bars. You're like, oh, that one's there, this one's there. But I can see where you're
Coming?
small. Yeah, where your little complaint that makes a big difference is that a little button just to hit order this way, order that way
Would be nice. So far I haven't tried out Mage Combat,
Oh, you need to.
so that's another thing that's on my agenda. Then, after I intend to do the quests, I want to see how the minigames were affected by the combat evolved. Like, I just popped into pest control, and literally it was this. Where are all the people who are normally on the easy boat? In the medium boat? Okay, hop on medium boat, and go, and done. Wait, what? It went
That's because pest control
incredibly
is
easy now?
a highly botted area too.
Well, anywho, it was just incredibly quick.
Yeah, it is really fast. I think they do need to buff a lot of stuff
Ah,
for pest control.
sorry. I just died.
Ah,
Oh no, not again.
jeez, Garcead, come on.
I couldn't hit my
no.
teleport fast enough.
Oh, you can't let yourself run down your food and then be out. Like, I haven't made that mistake yet in the Ascension dungeon.
I know,
I've been
but
close.
I always have to kill, and then another one spawned on top, and the blue orb happened. So it happens.
Anyway,
What do you think about bossing? Because you did some bossing.
I really didn't do bossing beforehand, but I couldn't imagine it was too much fun. That area. Well, I did think the Bandos was incredibly easy. That might be because, hey, look at all these higher level people I have drawing aggro for me. I think it has a lot of potential to grow and a lot of potential to be a blast. Like, I was having fun. And it's also about the only way that I feel to make money is reasonable. Because I don't have a lot of time,
Yeah.
and I want my stuff now.
So, overall, after 1 week, would you say that RuneScape has changed to be a little bit more of what you wanted?
Yes, it is indeed significant. It is a significantly better game. It's not exactly what I wanted, but obviously nothing can ever be exactly what you wanted. It is just a from a game designer standpoint, it is just a better game. Uh,
All
Outside of
right.
that, I really don't have much comment.
All right. So, we'll tune in again next week with Max Ride to find out about a little bit more of his experiences on the game. Make sure, Jordan, to go ahead and check out the new interface system and the HTML files
All
on
right,
YouTube.
I will make sure to do that.
Alright, and that wraps up that section. It's time for the next section now, which is questions. And we don't have any questions this week, but I'm going to inform you on how you can submit your questions. It's really simple. You can either send us a private message on YouTube, or you can comment in the comment section below, and we'll read them off on the next episode.
All right, and with that, I think it's time for lightning round. In this game, I'll have both of our contestants, Carson and Sean, test their knowledge of RuneScape and its lore. So, without any further ado, who would like to go first?
Sean.
All right, would you
Yeah,
like
I'll
an
go
easy,
first.
medium, or hard question?
Let's go with
Easy.
easy first.
Hmm. Name two of the generals in the God's Wars dungeon. I know you can name at least one since we were just there.
Yeah, there's General Grador, and then there's General Tethys.
I'll take that as an actual pronunciation. And can you name which general is for each god? Oh, the ones you listed?
Yeah, Grador is for Bandos, obviously, and the demon Tethys is for Zammer.
Carson, how do you reply?
Uh, well,
Do you know any
there's
different ones?
the other one that starts with a letter.
Moving on, Carson, you are a man of dungeoneering, if I'm not mistaken, are you not?
I do it sometimes, yes.
Alright, when was Daenheim first founded? Like, which age?
Ooh. Okay, I know this one. Crap. I'm
Yeah,
not.
because
I'm
I'm
thinking.
looking it up right now.
It's a hint.
Dang.
Here's a hint. It is one of the. It's one of the oldest standing structures in Gielinor.
So is it the first stage? Or is
I
it
know
the
the.
second
I think
one?
I know the answer to it.
I'm gonna go with
Sean.
two. Oh, I got it.
It's the second age.
Yep. It is indeed the second age. Now, bonus points. Can anybody tell me what it was originally founded for?
Stuff. Remnick Outpost.
Um,
Something.
It
That's
was
it,
founded for the
Dragonkin, yep.
Dragonkin.
Mm-hmm. Moving on. At what level in cooking do you need to be able to cook a potato with cheese? This could be about anything in the game, I feel like.
Let's see. Potato with cheese. I think it's level 43.
Ooh, very close. That is a potato without cheese. Carson,
Oh.
your response.
My response. I think it's level 47.
Ding, ding, ding! It is level 47. Yes.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
No, that is a potato without cheese. You gotta be
I
That's like
kidding
level
know.
me.
30.
I was so close.
In the Penguin series, in which order do Cold War, Some Like It Cold, and Hunt for Red Rotuber happen? Carson.
Cold War, then Red October.
And then,
We
what's the third quest?
Some like
That
Sean,
one.
you're not supposed to be helping your opponent.
Well, I answered 2 of the 3, which means 3 comes last. Come on.
Alright. Sean, how many months are there in a calendar on Gielinor? Nope.
12.
Carson.
Oh, you gotta be kidding
14.
me.
Nope.
7.
The proper answer was 10.
That's what I was thinking.
Now, a chance to redeem yourself. Can you name any of the days of the week on Gielinor?
Zerodom.
I'm not making this up. I'll send you
Oh
the
my
link.
God. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I was
Friday.
looking for their Gielinor names.
Something day.
Oh, sorry. I would have accepted Gruel Day.
That's what
And
I
then
said.
there's Dune Day. And then there's Ivan Day. And Crystal Day. And there's Isal. And there's Twyblick. And a ESSIAN Day.
You're making me feel so stupid.
Alright. Carson,
Yeah.
you know what quest does it take for you to access tree teleports? Spirit tree teleports, whatever they're called.
It's the one with the Tree Gnome Stronghold.
Which one is it?
The Tree Gnome Village.
Yup. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Sean,
Ding. I got a ding, Sean. What'd you get?
how can you obtain papaya fruit besides farming?
Throw out a
Yep.
fruit bat.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh, where's
ding.
my ding ding ding?
Carson, occasionally random events will happen. Now, in one of these events, a cat steals you. Can you tell me what the name of the cat is?
Evil Bob.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Got some serious competition. Sean, tell me how many Boros brothers there are.
Theros.
All right. Name 5 of them.
Didn't I have this?
Yes,
question?
Can I
the
do
answer didn't know you had this question a long time ago. 1,
Carols,
2,
Toreg,
3.
Guthans, Dark.
All right.
And
For
Arms.
extra points, can you name the remaining 2?
Oh. I bet
I
Carson.
know there's
did.
accuracy.
And Carson with the steal. Can you name the last one?
Didn't that one die?
Yes, Carson, but name the last unnamed Poros brother.
I don't know.
Oh, we're sorry.
A max ride 10,000.
Yes.
It's Varix. It's Varix.
Oh, it's Varric.
Last one's Varix.
He's in the same
Carson.
team with accuracy.
Carson,
Yeah.
in the Shield of Ara quest, what 2 gangs do you have to be part of?
Black Arm or Phoenix.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Carson. We were looking
Oh,
for
God.
Black Hand, not Black Arm.
What?
Yup.
What? Are
No,
you
it's
serious?
Black Arm
no.
Gang.
No. It's Black Arm.
Oh, it is
Gang.
Black Arm Gang. Sorry, misread
Yeah.
it. I was looking at
Yeah.
the slightly wrong thing.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey. Hey.
Up.
Hey.
Hi.
Sean, how do you hunt big chompy birds?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God. Um, you have to go and inflate a swamp toad or a toad that you'll get near Ooglug with a whatever those things are
Oh
called,
my god, he's
burrows,
getting it.
Yeah,
and then
this is a quest.
you have to tie it to. You have to tie the inflated frog, and then you have to set it in a certain spot, and it will spawn the chompy, and then you have to hit it with a
Using the chompy
arrow.
bow.
Yes.
Wow, I can't believe you got it. I'll tell you the truth. Um, hmm. One moment. Sorry about this, folks. Okay. What level is the highest shield in the game, and what is required to wear it? Or what is the highest defensive level shield, and what level is required to wear it? Yes, it does.
Does this
Oh,
include
well.
engineering?
Carson.
Who are you asking?
And that's the primal kite shield,
Oh.
isn't it? Level 99 defense.
Yep.
Okay, including engineering, I was all like, I was thinking outside of that. I was like, the
Sean,
one I want.
at max level rune crafting, how many air runes can be crafted from one pure rune essence? Yes, it is.
11?
Ooh. Ooh. Alright,
Oh.
this is the final round. Nothing before this matters because, you know what, that builds tension.
Oh. I was winning.
Yeah, I was doing so good.
But I was
Still
winning
better than
still,
Carson.
so.
Rum supplies are running preciously low on the Shameful Mind.
Uh,
Ports update.
Right, Sean, right.
okay.
That's the name of one of my ships, the Shameful Mind.
Yeah, sorry, you kind of distracted me. What was the most powerful creature in RuneScape before 2011?
Before 2011.
First one to answer it wins it.
Oh, okay.
Tuzak Jab.
Your answer, Sean?
2011. I would say Next.
Is that your final answer?
I think
Darn
Next
it.
came out at the end of 2011.
And it is next.
Yep, that's my
Darn
final
it,
answer.
I did it.
Sean wins lightning round.
Is it only 2013?
Big
Are
old
you sure?
thunderbolt right here.
Oh, wow,
I'm about to die. Oh my
I
god.
completely forgot how old Next actually is now. Alright, well, thank you guys for all being on again. Next week we hope to really get on Barracuda X. We'll hear from Max Ride further,
Yeah,
and
I
maybe
don't know if
Carson
I'm
can be
on.
back again. Maybe you can get Dalton on. We could have maybe 5 people on in one
Now,
podcast.
a question for the audience that they
What?
should not Google because that's cheating.
Helix.
What is the grand tree called in the Gnomish language? Please post your responses below, and if you get it right and are the first one, I'll give you a personal high five through the internet.
Through the internet.
No, but I
Internet's
might give
fine,
you
too.
like 10K for winning it.
Okay, so with that being said, thank you guys all for watching. If you like the podcast series, go ahead and give it a like, and please subscribe if you like this stuff. Show your support. You know, it really helps to know, or helps me know, what kind of stuff you like to see from us. And with that being said, we'll see you guys all next time.
See you.
Bye.